All right, so here we are, fully carnivore bagels, 100% carnivore bagels. Hey guys, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're going to climb the mountain and try to make something that I'm a little nervous about, but I'm feeling confident because I just cooked something and it went well. We're gonna make carnivore bagels, literally carnivore bagels, and it's gonna be groundbreaking because me and ChatGPT, we've been talking, me and the PT, and I said we need to make a groundbreaking recipe, something no one's done, something that takes all the elements of every single carnivore bagel, keto bagel, and creates the world's most fanciful, amazing carnivore bagel. And I hope it works. I did do cottage cheese bagels months ago and you guys liked that video, and I feel like I could make them even better now because I've had a lot more practice with this stuff. We're just gonna get into it. We're gonna do it and we're gonna see how it goes, and I'm gonna try to be confident because sometimes I doubt myself and then it turns out great and I'm like, why was I doubting myself? So I've got to be a little more confident this time. We're gonna start off with some strained cottage cheese. Now, I ran out of my little cheesecloth, which I really liked, and I'll tell you a story. A true story, guys. We need 1 cup of strained cottage cheese. I got these things. Like, what was that, 6 months ago, I was, straining and drying out. Get in there. Get in your little home. Oh gosh, okay. I'm not a pro cook, guys, if you didn't know, if you're new here. And I never try a recipe before making a video, because it's just more fun that way. You get to see me either succeed or fail in real time, because I think that's more true to life and how cooking goes for most of us. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's professionally trained chefs that always cook perfect, but I'm not one. And I think most of the people out there that watch videos aren't one either. So I always say, if I succeed, then you can succeed. Anyways, I got these bags. Back when I was using paper towels to strain cottage cheese, you guys kept telling me to get cheesecloth. And this showed up as an option under cheesecloth. I don't really know what the difference is, but it's some sort of weird bag. I've never used them before. Look, it's got a little pull tie thingy, and then maybe it's gonna strain our cheese. Let's try it. Okay, interesting. It seems like it's working though, which is the important part. Now you can use dry curd cottage cheese. That's what you guys keep telling me. I just don't think Walmart sells it. So I just buy this cottage cheese and strain it. It's a good forearm workout anyways. So that should be good, I don't know. Let's just try it like this. Let's just see if it looks like dried cottage cheese in there. It does, so I should be able to just like pull it out, right? It's not as dry as when I use the cheesecloth. Maybe I need to do it on the side here a little. Hold on. This is messier than I want it to be. All right, this is good enough. What a mess. Hard to watch, isn't it? Okay, I prefer just cheesecloth. I don't like this bag. Let me ask what might sound like a dumb question. Can you use cheesecloth more than once? Because I always throw it out after I use it. But then I was thinking, what if I just like threw it in the washer? Couldn't I just reuse it? And yes, I'm using a towel. I ran out of paper towels. I ran out of washcloths. I'm using a towel today. Don't judge me, guys. But yeah, a lot of times, guys, I have to cook 2-3 recipes at one time. The reason for that is I don't have a second kitchen. This is like the family kitchen, so I'm in the way when I'm making these videos. I have a dream that one day I will have a second kitchen or a studio, or even convert a spare bedroom into a kitchen that I can do this recording in, so that I'm not in everyone's way and I can just leave all my gear up, because it takes me forever to set it up, and just cook whenever I want to. I feel like I could make a lot more content. I could make like short form content better, more easily. Usually I'm on a timer when I'm out here in the kitchen because people want to move on with the day. That's why I wake up at like 5 a.m. to record these. And the only reason I tell you all that is because I want to tell you I just had a huge win emotionally, I just cooked Molly, and I don't know which video is going to come out first. Doggo, stop. I'm not sure which video will come out first, but I just cooked Japanese souffle pancakes carnivore, and the whole time I thought I was failing, and it ended up working, which was very exciting. So we're gonna take our cottage cheese, we're gonna blend it. I got my little Ninja Chop. Use any food processor you have. Blend it up and make it nice and smooth like that. But it was a real victory because I made these pancakes and they came out amazing, like 10 times better than I thought. I thought I was failing the whole time, and it ended up working perfectly. So I'm very excited. I'm on a little bit of like a confidence move now because I did so well with those, although like the 3 previous videos were fails. So it's good to finally have a success. Hopefully this is a success as well, and we end up with the world's best bagels. I'm arguing with ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to help create the recipes, and it's being dumb today. It really sometimes is very dumb with its like recommendations and how to cook these things, and I have to like correct it and have it remake the recipes, but then it'll make another error. So it's kind of a combination of ChatGPT and myself. One of these days it might be good enough to not need my help, but it still does. So we need a pork rind flour for this. I have panko crumbs. Can I use that? Is pork rind flour a thing? Yeah, it says I can just use this. So that's an option for you. Porq, P-O-R-Q. They had it at Walmart. Definitely not sponsored, but okay. Take 2 tablespoons of pork rinds. You can either grind up some pork rinds or use some pre-ground stuff like this. That's 1 and 2. What is this chunk here? Is that like a pork hoof or something? I don't want that chunk in there. It's weird. It's creeping me out. All right, and then we want to add beef gelatin powder. This I feel like anyone on carnivore probably already has some of, but if you don't, it's on Amazon. And you need 2 tablespoons of it into the mix for our bagels next. So 1 and 2. Is baking powder considered carnivore? Because it's telling me to use it, and I don't know if that's carnivore. Cornstarch, that's not carnivore. We're not using that. No, we're fighting back. We'll just skip that. We're gonna do our thing. It's gonna work out anyway, somehow, via magic, I don't know. There's a good chance without that, it doesn't rise, and it might be kind of a flat bagel, but that's okay. If that happens, it's okay. It's all about the flavor, really. This says, ChatGPT says, whatever it's called, the AI thing says it still can work because we're gonna have the egg whites. And the egg whites are gonna provide the rise, the lift, whatever, you know, you get the point. The bagel. The bagel's gonna be good, hopefully, we'll see. Okay, so into this, we need to add egg yolks. We need to separate some eggs. I'm so good at this, guys. Not really. Okay, so we need 3 eggs separated, or 3 separated eggs. And we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it well this time. We'll see. The last video, it did not go well. Although I don't know if the last video, I never know what order I'm gonna release them. It depends on when they get edited. Get there. Okay, so that seems to be okay. Let me throw the shell out. There's like a little piece that's not coming out. Come out, yolk. No, wait, egg white. The yolk is the yellow part. I always get it mixed up. Okay, that's 1. Haha, good progress. Okay, this is 2. That one did really well. 3. No, don't you do that, yolk. It's trying to fall out the bottom. That would ruin all my egg whites, so don't want that. Get off there. Boom. I need to like reclaim this bowl we used earlier, so I'm gonna pour all this onto a plate and save it. That's our dry ingredients. So we just put our cottage cheese in here, like so. And then I think our egg yolks go, I think our egg yolks go in with it. Yes, add the egg yolks, like so, and then we are gonna stir that together. Like I don't wanna go too much into it, because I'm sure I talked about it when I did the keto bagels, but bagels are kind of my favorite food. So it's always important for me to find alternatives, no matter what I'm doing diet-wise, that will work for me. So let's just stir these up. Beautiful. I think I need cream cheese in there. Oh, okay, so I've got 2 steps. I'm not sure which to do first. I think we should try to do the egg white thing where we make them fluffy and stiff peaks and all that first, as far as order of operations go, but then we're gonna quickly want to melt down some cheese. So maybe I'll get the cheese measured out and ready to go so that we can melt it down once we have the other step done. I think we want 2 ounces of cream cheese, softened. So, you know, soften it if you haven't already. 2, so like right here. Our oven is on 350, by the way. I should have told you to soften the cream cheese ahead of time. Now let me tell you at least what to put your oven on. Oh, it's 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. That's different than what I just did. Not 2 ounces, 2 tablespoons. So like, way less. 1, and this is the most disgusting way I could have possibly done this. I know, you're all like, ew, Dave. Don't be gross, don't use your fingers. All right, so then you got 2 tablespoons of cream cheese and then 1.5 cups of mozzarella. So I'm gonna use my little 1/2 cup measuring thingy 3 times because fraction math, woohoo. Here we go. I'm gonna set that aside. That's gonna get melted in a minute, but first I wanna get the egg whites ready. But listen, I grew up a New England boy, okay? Connecticut, born and raised, and so bagels are a big deal for us. My uncle even owned a bagel shop. I'm probably out of focus. I usually am when I'm put this thing in the way. So you want a big mixer if you have one, or any old mixer. And we want to blend or mix the egg whites until they form stiff peaks. So let's just turn this on. It'll take probably 5 minutes, maybe a little less. All right, I'll plug it in, then I'll turn it on. Action. All right, we'll be back in a minute. All right, I think we're there. Yeah, okay, it's looking good, it's looking good. We're there, we did it. I'm gonna push this out of the way really quick, and then we're gonna microwave that cheese mixture for 30 seconds. All right, so we're gonna take it out, we're gonna stir it. It's not quite where we need it to be, so it's gonna go back in for another 30, but 30 more should do the trick. All right, so this is our cheese. Looking pretty much good to go. Yep, I'm happy with that. So that's gonna go into our mixture from earlier with the cottage cheese. Look at that cheese pull. With the cottage cheese and the egg yolks, and that's gonna get all well integrated together. And then we are also gonna add into that our dry ingredients we had from earlier, which is the panko breadcrumb pork rind thing, and whatever else we put in there, I don't remember. But we're gonna stir this all together until it's really well mixed and kind of starts forming a dough. But that's not the end. Oh my goodness. That's real sticky, that's for sure. Okay, so we're kind of there-ish. Now we gotta add in our egg whites. Our egg whites that we made stiff peaks out of. Let's add like, oh, that's a little too much. Like half of it. Oh, and then I gotta fold it in with a spatula, it says. Fold it in with a spatula like this. And try not to lose the airiness. If you can avoid losing the airiness, then do avoid it. Just kind of fold it in like so. I mean, I don't know how we're not gonna lose the airiness with some of the next steps, but that's all right. Let's add the rest of the egg whites in here. This is what's supposed to make them like rise, basically, is the egg whites. They're gonna play a big role in this. So we'll see how it comes out. But again, more of the same. Kind of combine it. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Just let's see. And we might get the world's best ever carnivore bagels out of this. So you gotta give us a shot. It's not integrating properly. Or maybe it is. You're not supposed to let it deflate and lose its airiness. That's kind of a challenge, but you know what? It still seems like it's going okay. I'm not feeling like super negative about how this is going. Feeling pretty medium. All right, I think we're good. I think that's solid. All right, so you got a bagel sheet. You could use it and should use a silicone one. I just don't have one. I feel like I used to have one, but I don't know. And you wanna just kind of grease this if you're gonna use a normal one, because I feel like it's gonna get stuck. I'm just gonna use butter to grease it, because you know, we're not using olive oil, because olive oil is not carnivore. See, look, I'm getting better at this. These little things I used to not think of. All right, so now we take our bagel mix. This is a bagel, and we're supposed to just take a portion of it. Oh my gosh. And roll it. How's that gonna be rolled? I don't think roll is the right word. We're just gonna set it into each of these little bagel molds. I really wish I had silicone bagel molds right now, but hey, you never know. You never know. We're just gonna kind of load these up, guys. Load them up with our mix. We're making bagels. Time to make the donut bagels. See, that's the thing. I think I made a donut video, and in the donut video, I used a silicone mold. Whatever happened to that? That's the thing that's gonna thwart us, I feel, is the mold. I feel like we really should be using silicone. I think to really get a bagel look, I wanna go a little above the edge on a couple of them, maybe not all of them. I'll do 2 over the edge, like this. But then they're not gonna cook even, so maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. What is this big chunk? Some cheese? So this is where you would add toppings. So, you know, a lot of toppings are off limits, like everything seasoning and salt and onions and things like that. But you could totally use bacon bits or something along those lines to top them. We're hoping they're gonna come out good. ChatGPT is telling me to do an egg wash to make them shiny, but it seems to think it's a different kind of dough than it is. And so that might mean this comes out horrible. We're gonna find out. It's always an adventure here on Cooking with Dave. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Let's cook them and see what happens. Okay, so let me say this in case I haven't yet. You gotta go to daveskitchenmarket.com. That's my website. Do me a favor, go over there, follow the marketplace. There's a chat area. If you cook these, do me a huge favor and post a picture of them in the recipe section. There's a little chat section. You can put a picture of what you cooked. Also over there's a bunch of really fun stuff to shop around for, kitchen supply, appliances, snacks, things like that. Code Cooking with Dave will save you $5 off your first order. Let's see what happens. We're gonna give it 20 to 25 minutes in the oven at 350 and see if we have the world's best carnivore bagels after this short intermission. Well, it's been 25 minutes and we have something going on here. This is interesting. They rose like crazy. This is why we didn't need baking powder, by the by. That's wild. Okay, let's get a plate. Let's see if we can get one out of here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's gonna come out pretty good too. Oh wait, I always forget. You guys want a better shot of the actual food, so let me get my camera here. There, now you can kind of see a close up. So, I don't know. Let's see if we can get it out. They really did fluff up, but they're de-fluffing as they sit here. Oh wait, I think it said to let them cool for 10 minutes. It might have, hold on. Yeah, it says to let them cool for 10 minutes. So you know what, we'll be back in 10 minutes, see what happens. Maybe they're gonna settle a little. But so far they look pretty darn good. Better than I expected. Okay, so 10 minutes have passed, and I would say they've deflated. Massively deflated, which is maybe a good thing. I don't know if I want giant puffy bagels. The question really is about the texture. So let's get some out and see what we got. All right, so here is how our first carnivore bagel looks. It's, you know, I used a donut pan, so it's a little donut shaped, but that's okay. All right, so here we are, fully carnivore bagels, 100% carnivore bagels. I don't know if it's gonna be good. We're gonna maybe put some cream cheese on one and try it and see how it came out. They're a little sticky, which is weird. They may need to cool for a minute longer. All right, so let me try to cut one in half here. All right, we're about to see the texture inside, which I'm excited about. Oh, interesting. That's pretty weird. That's pretty bizarre. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's put it in the toaster. This might just make a mess of my toaster. I don't know if this is working. Carnivore bagels, guys, we'll see. It's been toasted. I'm still not 100% on board with the texture here, being bagely, but we're gonna see. It does feel kind of like a chewy kind of texture. So we're gonna take the cream cheese and we're gonna spread it on here. If it even spreads. It's kind of not spreading. Oh, it's kind of disintegrating under my knife. Okay, let's just try. Let's just try it here. Oh, it's hot. Oh. I don't know if this is one of those best served hot kind of things. I want to try one that cooled, actually I'm gonna try a smaller one, that cooled off a little bit. Because I have this theory it might actually be better cooled than hot. Add some cream cheese to this one. Yeah, it's definitely chewier. Actually, I think it's gonna get even chewier as it cools down. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know that it's fully bagel, you know? It's chewy. It has kind of like a cheesy taste, like an Asiago bagel is kind of the flavor I'm getting, is like Asiago bagel. It's a little eggy, not super eggy. I guess what I want is I want the inside to be a little bit less wet feeling. It's not super wet, but there's like a little wet feeling in it. Tina, you wanna try it and see if it tastes anything like a bagel to you? Tina's gonna try it. I'm trying to figure out if it's bagely at all. I think it's a little bagely. Just trying it now. It's really eggy too.
It's good.
She likes it. Is it a bagel? It's very tasty. Like, okay, that was never in dispute. It actually is very tasty, I will say that. It's kind of, okay, so you know what it is? It's like the bag of bagels, a quiche.
That's what it reminds me of.
Or like, it reminds me of like a bag of Thomas bagels, you know, the not very good bagels that are too soft, that the kids like. And I like a chewy bagel. This is more like kind of a bad bagel. But it tastes good, but as far as in the world of bagels, it's not great. She's gonna eat it, she said. So, you know, Tina is not carnivore, so imagine what it would be like with some everything bagel seasoning on it. Probably really good. It's not a bad recipe, it's good. It looks like bagels. It doesn't taste exactly like a bagel. I'd be curious for you to try it and comment and let me know if you think it's bagely enough. It's always hard to try to replace these things with all animal products. I think we did good on texture for what it was, but it's pretty eggy. It's kind of eggy. That's the end of that story.
It doesn't taste eggy, the consistency.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like an egg. It eats like a chewy egg, like a chewy omelet somehow.
Yeah,
it's interesting. So, I don't know, comment below, let me know what you think. If you have a better recipe for carnivore bagels, I wanna try some other ones. I wanna try an all meat-based one. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and comment down below. That'll help promote it and let me know you want more bagel experimentation, and we can try something with all beef. ChatGPT gave me like 4 different directions we could go. This was just one of them. So if you like this video, I'll do more, and we'll keep going till we get whatever is the world's best carnivore bagel. Check out daveskitchenmarket.com, subscribe, that helps me out, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.